Shemai. Hi, let me just open this back up. So I've just done something to my screen. I don't know what I've done. Right. Right. Hang on. There we go. Give everybody a chance to join. Everyone had a good day. It's been really fantastic. Some great speakers today. Hope everyone's had a wonderful day. Right. Okay. So we've got a half an hour quick session. I hope you're ready and barod. Well, my name's Sian and I work at Cardiff University. I've got a background in secondary teaching as Welsh as a second language. But I now teach on a Welsh sabbatical course for primary educators in Wales. That come to us for a year's sabbatical course, and then they leave us practically fluent in the language, and then they go back to their primary settings to teach in their primary facilities in Wales, and then they participate then in educating the children and also their TAs, their teaching assistants and fellow colleagues in the primary sector. I used to also teach adults, and hence why I got my job where I teach now. So today I'm going to give you a little bit of a sample of a quick overview of the language and its history, but a very brief history of that. I'm going to go over some pronunciation, some basic phrases. So hopefully by the end of the session, you'll be able to say, what's your name? How are you? Some basic greetings, expressing likes and dislikes. Where do you live and work, and days of the week? So it's a lot to cram into half an hour, but we'll see how we get on. Okay. Anything you're not sure of, pop it in the chat, and we'll see how we go. Okay, right. It's really weird because I can see some of you and not all of you, but we'll see how we go. Okay. This is the main screen. So if you want to do a print screen of it, you're more than welcome, or I can email it to you. If you want to, there's my email there. So if you want to have a copy of the slides or afterwards, you're more than welcome to email me and I can send it to you. If not, don't worry. Or I can send it to you as a voice PowerPoint as well. Okay, it'll come up at the end as well. Okay, so this is what we're going to be basically covering. So what is Welsh? Where does it come from? Well, obviously you can read it, but it's basically a Celtic language, and it belongs to the Gaelic and Brythonic languages of Irish, Breton and Cornish language and the extinct Cymbric language. It still exists and it's been taught through from the 14th century onwards. The Welsh language has a measure of 2011 and it has official status in Wales. We have our own parliament here in Wales as well, which is based in Cardiff, and it has both official status with English. In Wales, as I said, there are two education systems. So some children are educated through the medium of Welsh, receiving all their language, all their lessons through the medium of Welsh, and being fully bilingual when they leave. They also have other MFL language lessons also. So my children are educated fully bilingually in Welsh and in English, and they also have French and German as well. Unfortunately, not either of them have adopted French or German as their options in year 9. Much to my disgrace, however. Some of their children then go in through the English medium sector and receive Welsh lessons as an MFL option. So we have two education systems. Welsh has its own language TV called S4C, and it was first broadcast on the 1st of November 1982, and the first programme on it was the cartoon Super Ted. Okay. So going into the grammar setup, we have mutations, which is a little bit random and strange. And these are the 9 letters it affects. It does happen in other Celtic languages too. We have the treiglad meddal, soft mutation, nasal mutation, and the aspirate mutation. Now, I've condensed it down into what causes these changes. It causes loads and loads of changes as to what causes them. For example, if the following object is female, after prepositions, after and with, after ordinals and certain numbers, after adjectives, after female nouns, but the list goes on and on and on. And when you say, Only 9 letters it covers, but believe you me, the list is ever-ending. Welsh also has masculine and feminine nouns. English doesn't, as we know. And it also has the masculine and feminine forms of counting for these nouns. Okay, so when we count masculine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When we count feminine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it does happen in other European languages. The alphabet, well, we have 29 letters in the alphabet and 7 vowels. And some people do tend to say, oh, Welsh only doesn't have any vowels because some letters aren't the same as English with A, E, I, O, U. We have an extra 2 vowels. Okay, so there are 7 vowels in the Welsh language. Okay, let's have a look at some pronunciation then. So the alphabet, how to read anything. Welsh is a phonetic language, which is all fair and good if you can pronounce it to begin with. So we have 44 spoken, oh, I can never pronounce that when you can help me out on there. Okay, so 26 letters. English has borrowed lots of words, therefore there is overlapping. Okay, so we have more than sound for lots of letters. Oh, hello, I'm going the wrong way here on my slides. Is Welsh phonetic? Yes. Consonants are consistent. Diphthongs are consistent. However, the vowels, they can be long and short. Okay, just going to put this up here for you to have a little bit of a giggle over. When people say, oh, Welsh is such a difficult language to learn and letters change. But then if you read that in English, and if you've learnt English as a second or possibly third or possibly even fourth language, you will know how difficult English is to learn. Welsh isn't as bad. Welsh is a lot easier. Once you've got your head around the fact that it is phonetic, you are fine. Okay, so the alphabet then. So here we go. We do have double letters. And as I said earlier on, that the vowels, so we have A, E, I, O, I, U, E, A, E, I, O, U. And then we have W and Y or U and E as our extra vowels. Okay, let's have a look at our letters then. So we have A, B, K, and they're always sounded the same. Once you have A, it sounded the same. B, K. Now then, so we don't do the tango and the cha-cha-cha, we do the tango and the ha-ha-ha in Welsh. Strictly Come Dancing will be equally as proud of me. A, B, K, D, V. Think of the, that, and therefore. It's that hard V sound. E, V. Think of Van Veronica and V for Victor. Double F is a F. Think of F, G. Think of thing and sting. H, E, J, L, M, N, O, P. Yes, it does sound exactly the same as the double F. R, H, S, K. Think of thing and thought. E, U, E. Okay, just go through it again. A, B, K, D, V, E, V, G, N, H, I, J, L, M, N, O, P, F, R, T, S, T, I, U, E. And basically, as I said, the consonants, once we learn the consonants, they sound exactly the same. The only change we have is with our vowels, because we have a circumflex, which is like a little roof, that changes the sound of the vowels. They can be long or short. And this helpful little slide here just helps and reiterates our pronunciation. Okay, so for Cyfariad vowels, as I said before, a, e, I, o, I, sound again, u, but vowels can be long or short. Okay. Vowels can have two sounds. When two vowels come together, they create a day sign, two sound. Okay, won't spend too much on this one. But when these sounds come together, A, I, A, E, A, U, they pronounce an I sound, like the English I. A, W, ow, as in cow. Oh, I just lost you there a minute. A, E, A, U, A, Y, A, as in the English A. EW doesn't really have an English sound, so it's ew, ew. OE, OI, OU, oi. It's normally the English oi sound. Oh, sorry, MFL, they're modern foreign languages. Sorry, now I'm picking up on that. MFL is modern foreign languages, sorry. Then you have O, own, as in the English O, so owain and own. These two pronounce an ew sound, ew. W and Y, oi, oi. This one is a little bit funny. Oh, oh. And then the final one, yes, it's the same letters, letter combination. Ew, ew. It's because there's no other vowel combination coming after this sound. You just got to work this one out sometimes. So when there's no other letters, it's an ew. Where does the stress go? Well, the stress in Welsh falls on the last but one syllable of sound. Let's have a look how it works. So, the first block, ysgol. The second block, ysgolion. So it falls always on the last but one syllable. Canol, canolfan, canolfannau. The third block then, ysgrif. Oh, sorry, that one there. Ysgrif, ysgrifen, ysgrifennu. Okay, so that always falls on the last but one syllable. So, talking about the to bach or the circumflex, it can change our vowel to sound long or short. Let's have a look. Can, can, ser, tim, team, mor, môr, twr, tŵr, llyn, llun. You can see how it changes the sound and it just extends the sound of the vowel. It's actually in my name, so Sian, S-I-A-N, and it extends the sound of that vowel. Okay, byddwch yn ofalus, be careful. In Welsh, we like to roll our R's. Partner, counter, offer. And it's never a yo, it's always a yo. We like to shorten the sound. Nofio. Don't worry about what these mean. Hinio. Peintio. And it's never an O. We don't like to sound posh. Gwrando. Again, we shorten that sound. Rhifo. Tro. Okay, these look like English words, but they're not. They're actually bona fide Welsh words. Can you work out how to pronounce these in Welsh? We've had a real crash course so far. Afraid. Arch angel. Brain. Campus. Remember how to pronounce that double L? Put your tongue behind your two front teeth, as if you're saying L, but blow down either to the right or to the left. So you make a sound. Don't make a like a cat blowing or being angry, but it should be quite a strong sound when you say it. So a cell. Down. Remember the A and W sound coming together. Bow. Baint. So roll the R for this one. Person. Style. Union. Hirt. Offer. Pimp. Toys. This is a bit of a hard one, actually. Murmur. Toll. Angel. Bore. Blinder. Vaint. And dill. Just realised I put vaint in twice. So good, I put that one in twice for you, but there we go. Okay, and if you really have got your mouth around that pronunciation, you can have a go at saying this. Never go and program your sat-nav on for this one, because I think your sat-nav will actually explode. Okay, it is a bona fide place name. It's on the Isle of Anglesey, and it is Llanfair, Pwll Gwyngyll, Go Gerrill, Chwyn Robwll, Llant y Siliog, go. Never program it into your sat-nav, okay? The locals call it Llanfair PG. There's basically just a train station there. You park in the car park, you go out, you take a photo, and that's it. That's all that's there, to be quite honest with you. But it's worth going. Okay, now then. Gwaith gwych. Excellent work so far. Now then. Sian dwi. I'm Shanna, and it's your time to do some work. You can put yourselves on mute or you can take yourselves off mute. I don't mind, okay? It's up to you. So, Sian dwi, I'm Shan. So if I said to you, beth ydych enw chi? What's your name? Beth ydych enw chi? Beth is what? Ydych is your. Beth ydych enw chi? Chi is your, okay? We're going to do it in the formal. In Welsh, we have formal, your, and an informal your. Okay, I'll cover that in a minute. Beth ydych enw chi? Sian dwi. So if I was asking this young gentleman, beth ydych enw chi? He would say, Gareth dwi. Beth ydych enw chi? This young lady would say, Jessie dwi. How would I say, what's your name? Beth ydych enw chi? Shrek dwi. You can ask, beth ydych enw chi? Sam dwi. How would I say, what's your name? Beth ydych enw chi? Elsa dwi. Ask, what's your name? Beth ydych enw chi? Fred dwi. Ask, what's your name? Beth ydych enw chi? George dwi. Ask, what's your name? Beth ydych enw chi? Tom dwi. Ask, what's your name? Beth ydych enw chi? Nessa dwi. You're not sure who she is. She's in a program called Gavin and Stacey, by the way. Ask, what's your name? Beth ydych enw chi? Desmond dwi. Ask, what's your name? Beth ydych enw chi? Peter Rabbit dwi. Ask, what's your name? Beth ydych enw chi? Cinderella dwi. Ask, what's your name? Beth ydych enw chi? Moana dwi. Beth ydych enw chi? Tinkerbell dwi. Beth ydych enw chi? Woody dwi. Beth ydych enw chi? Scooby-Doo dwi. Okay, Diane. So, what's your name? Beth ydych enw chi? What is your name? Okay, so to ask, how are you? So you can see that the sit is how. Sit ydych chi. Sit ydych chi. How are you? Sit ydych chi. Sit ydych chi. How are you? Da iawn, diolch. Da iawn, diolch. Very well, thank you. Da iawn, diolch. So iawn can be also okay. So when, excuse me, When iawn is after an adjective, it strengthens that adjective. So da on its own is good. Da iawn is very good. So iawn, okay. Sut ydych chi? Wedi blino. You're tired. Wedi blino. Wedi blino. Sut ydych chi? Ofnadwy. Remember that W and Y together. Ofnadwy. You're awful. Terrible. Oh, terrible. Da iawn, diolch. Very well, thank you. Iawn. You're okay. Wedi blino. You've had all day at the conference. You've been online since 9 o'clock. It's nearly 6 o'clock. You've had enough. You're wedi blino. Ofnadwy. Terrible. Ofnadwy. Sut ydych chi? How are you? Have a think. Sut ydych chi? Okay. Sut ydych chi? Answer according to the picture. Sut ydych chi? Da iawn, diolch. Sut ydych chi? Ofnadwy. Sut ydych chi? Wedi blino. Sut ydych chi? Da iawn, diolch. Sut ydych chi? Wedi blino. Sut ydych chi? Ofnadwy. Sit. Oh, hello. That finished a bit quickly. Okay. Greetings. Okay. In the morning, we can say bore da. So bore is morning. And again, da, as we just learned, is good. So bore da, good morning. Bore da. Good afternoon. Prynhawn da. Prynhawn da. Noswaith da. And as you can see here, we've had one of those mutations, those letter changes. Why? Well, noswaith is female. Okay, so bore, morning, prynhawn, afternoon and masculine. Noswaith, evening, is female. Okay, so that's why we've had one of these soft mutations, those letter changes I was telling you about very earlier on. Good night. Nos da. Nos da. Okay, good night. Nos da. And then goodbye. Hwyl fawr. Hwyl fawr. Hwyl fawr. So, bore da. Again, roll that R if you can. Bore da, good morning. Prynhawn da, good afternoon. Noswaith da, good evening. So, more like a greeting, really. And then if you were leaving, somebody would say nos da. Hwyl fawr, goodbye. And it can also be abbreviated down to da bo chi. Both are used quite commonly, to be honest. We also say ta-ta. Okay, tell me which one it is. Bore da. Prynhawn da. Noswaith da. Nos da. Hwyl fawr o da bo chi. Hwyl fawr was wishing somebody a good sail, okay? A good sail or a great sail, because obviously we're a seafaring nation. And da bo chi is the abbreviation of Duw bo gyda chi, God be with you, like the abbreviation of goodbye. Hwyl fawr. Noswaith da. Bore da. Prynhawn da. Nos da. Prynhawn da. It's really difficult finding clip art for good afternoon, I've realised. Bore da. Nos da. Hwyl fawr. Noswaith da. Okay, So hoffi, ddim yn hoffi. We're moving on to like and dislike. Or the pronunciation, I can go back to it. I can send it to you. It was right at the beginning and we went through it. But I can go back to it in the slides, okay? So hoffi, ddim yn hoffi. So like and dislike. Oh, so my mouse just doesn't want to work. So to say I like, dwi'n hoffi. Dwi'n hoffi. And one of the favourite ones everybody says is dwi'n hoffi coffee. So if you take something away with you today, and somebody said, what did you learn from the lesson? Dwi'n hoffi coffee. And even if you don't like it, you can say dwi'n hoffi coffee at the end, okay? Dwi'n hoffi coffee. I like coffee. Dwi'n hoffi coffee. Dwi'n hoffi rugby. I like rugby. Dwi'n hoffi rugby. So dwi'n is the first person I like. Dwi'n hoffi rugby. I like rugby. Dwi'n hoffi pizza. I like pizza. Dwi'n hoffi pizza. I like pizza. So to say I don't like, you just put in the ddim. It just conveys the negative very, very simply. Dwi ddim yn hoffi. I don't like. Dwi ddim yn hoffi. And then you just put in the item. Dwi ddim yn hoffi Marmite. I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody here. Dwi ddim yn hoffi Marmite. Really divides the nation, this, doesn't it? Dwi ddim yn hoffi golf. Dwi ddim yn hoffi golf. I don't like golf. Dwi ddim yn hoffi te. So T is te. We just pronounce it slightly differently. Dwi ddim yn hoffi te. T-E. Dwi ddim yn hoffi te. Okay. I like. Dwi'n hoffi. Dwi'n hoffi. I like. Dwi'n hoffi. I like EastEnders. Dwi'n hoffi EastEnders. I like beer. Dwi'n hoffi Carlsberg. Okay, or dwi'n hoffi lager. I learn a new word at the moment. I like coffee. Dwi'n hoffi coffee. I like rugby. Dwi'n hoffi rugby. I like pizza. Dwi'n hoffi pizza. Say you like the X Factor. Dwi'n hoffi the X Factor. I like Strictly. Dwi'n hoffi Strictly. I like tennis. Dwi'n hoffi tennis. I like Weetabix. Dwi'n hoffi Weetabix. I like golf. Dwi'n hoffi golf. I like Marmite. Dwi'n hoffi Marmite. Okay. Oh, that was supposed to come up there. I like tea. Dwi'n hoffi te. Remember, it was te. So I don't like. Dwi ddim yn hoffi. Dwi ddim yn hoffi. So to say I don't like EastEnders, dwi ddim yn hoffi EastEnders. Dwi ddim yn hoffi EastEnders. I don't like Carlsberg. Dwi ddim yn hoffi Carlsberg. There are other lagers available, by the way, okay? Dwi ddim yn hoffi Carlsberg. I don't like coffee. Dwi ddim yn hoffi coffee. I don't like rugby. Dwi ddim yn hoffi rugby. I don't like pizza. Dwi ddim yn hoffi pizza. I don't like the X Factor. Dwi ddim yn hoffi the X Factor. I don't like Strictly. Dwi ddim yn hoffi Strictly. I don't like Weetabix. Dwi ddim yn hoffi Weetabix. Okay. So, to ask, do you like? So you can say, beth ydych enw chi? Sut ydych chi? How are you? What's your name? How are you? So to ask a direct and closed question, ydych chi'n hoffi? Do you like? Ydych chi'n hoffi? Oh, that's not coming up. Ydych chi'n hoffi? Coffee. So to say yes, I do. Ydw. And Nac ydw. Yes, I do. No, I don't. In Welsh, we have double positives and double negatives. So we say, yes, I do. And then you say, ydw, dwi'n hoffi. Nac ydw, dydw i ddim yn hoffi. So, ydych chi'n hoffi Marmite? Ydw. Ydych chi'n hoffi golf? Nac ydw. Ydych chi'n hoffi rygbi? Ydw o nac ydw. Ydych chi'n hoffi Coca-Cola? Ydw o nac ydw. So whenever you see a pattern with ydych chi'n, do you, or it can mean are you as well, it can mean the present or the present continuous, okay? We don't have something different in Welsh for present or present continuous, okay? It means the same thing. So it can be do you or are you. So ydych chi'n hoffi Marmite? Have a think. Ydw o nac ydw. Ydych chi'n hoffi golf? Ydw o nac ydw. Ydych chi'n hoffi rygbi? Ydw o nac ydw. Ydych chi'n hoffi Coca-Cola? Ydw o nac ydw. Okay. Have a think of the question. Shout out the answers. Nobody else can hear you, so it's fine. Ydych chi'n hoffi coffi? Ydych chi'n hoffi te? Ydych chi'n hoffi EastEnders? Ydych chi'n hoffi The X Factor? Ydych chi'n hoffi Casualty? Not going there, just watching it. Ydych chi'n hoffi tennis? Ydych chi'n hoffi rygbi? Ydych chi'n hoffi muesli? Neu Alpen, other brands are available. Ydych chi'n hoffi Marmite, the divider of the nation? Ydych chi'n hoffi Carlsberg? Okay, and to finish then, really, really quickly, byw. So where do you live? Ble ydych chi'n byw? So you notice this ydych chi'n coming back into play again. Ble ydych chi'n byw? And you'd go straight in with the answer. Remember I said to you earlier on about the formal and plural? Ble ydych chi'n? Well, we have the singular and familiar, like in French, the vous and the tu, and I'm sure it happens in other languages as well. So in Welsh, we have the formal and plural chi, and in the singular and familiar, we have the ti. So ble yw ti'n byw? I knew I was getting old because this year in our annual festival, the Eisteddfod, somebody dressed me as chi. And I was thinking, oh my God, I'm really getting old. Okay, so ble ydych chi'n byw? Where do you live? Ble yw ti'n byw? Equally, where do you live? And you just go in with the place name. Caerdydd, Cardiff. Llundain, London. Manceinion, Manchester. Or you could just say Luton. Okay? Ble ydych chi'n gweithio? Gweithio, where do you work? Ble yw ti'n gweithio? Okay, so you just change the question again. Ble yw ti'n gweithio? Ble yw ti'n gweithio? So we're just changing the verb. So, Birmingham, Lerpwl, Liverpool. Oh, there we go. Okay, so ble ydych chi'n gweithio? So, beth ydych enw chi? Sut ydych chi? We're just building up on that pattern. The only one that's different, or slightly different, is where do you come from? What do we notice here? Well, the preposition o ble ydych chi'n dod, where do you come from where do you come? I think if we went around speaking like that in English, people would look at us ever so slightly strange, unless we came from the middle of a Jane Austen novel. O ble ydych chi'n dod? O ble wyt ti'n dod? Notice that the present tense just changes o ble ydych chi'n dod? O ble wyt ti'n dod? Again, we'd go straight in with the place name. Abertawe, Swansea. Dyfnaint, Devon. Or we could then say the same places. Okay, right, I think my time is up because I've just had a flash on here. Okay, I'm just going to quickly through with you with days of the week, just for practice, because some of you will notice these that they're very similar to some European languages. So our days of the week are dydd Llun, dydd Llun, dydd Mawrth, dydd Mawrth, dydd Mercher, dydd Mercher, dydd Iau, dydd Iau, dydd Gwener, dydd Sadwrn, dydd Sadwrn, and dydd Sul. So have a go at saying them again. Dydd Llun, dydd Llun, dydd Mawrth, dydd Mawrth, dydd Mercher, dydd Mercher, dydd Iau, dydd Iau, dydd Gwener, dydd Gwener, dydd Sadwrn, dydd Sadwrn, dydd Sul. Okay, have a look what's missing on this slide. Right. Diane, if you got it right, it's okay, have a go again. Diane, if you're cywir, dydd Llun, dydd Mawrth, dydd Mercher, dydd Iau, dydd Gwener, dydd Sadwrn, dydd Sul. Da iawn. They are very similar to the Ffrangeg, if I remember rightly. Oh, beth oedd ar goll? What was missing this time? Dydd Llun, dydd Mawrth, dydd Mercher, dydd Iau, dydd Gwener, dydd Sadwrn, dydd Sul. Da iawn, reit. A beth oedd ar goll tro yma? What was missing this time? Dydd Llun, dydd Mawrth, dydd Mercher, dydd Iau, dydd Gwener, dydd Sadwrn, dydd Sul. Da iawn. What's missing this time? Llun, dydd Mawrth, dydd Mercher, dydd Iau, dydd Gwener, dydd Sadwrn, dydd Sul. Da iawn. Reit. Okay, well, mae wedi bod yn bleser. It's been an absolute lovely pleasure to take part again this year. You're more than welcome to stay on. If you've got any questions, you can pop them in the chat or take off your mics and have a quick chat. If you want me to send you anything, please feel free to send me an email. Well, I need to change my Twitter now to a nice big X. But please feel free if you want to take off your mics and have a quick chat. I'm more than happy to stay on. But lovely. Diolch yn fawr. It's been lovely. Pob luck with the rest of the conference and hopefully I might see you in another chat. Lovely. Diolch yn fawr. Pob hwyl. Diolch yn fawr. Hwyl.